What is up, folks? We are back for episode 3 of You Heard It Here First. Here with the wonderful Gamer Ahmer. How's it going tonight?
Howdy. Sorry, it's a little hectic over here in my house, but yes, I'm excited to be here. Hoping no one can hear any home improvement or lawnmowers or anything like that.
Tim the Tool Man Taylor.
You know how it goes over here.
Oh yeah.
But I'm excited to be here. It's a lovely Wednesday evening. Hopefully there's no technical issues coming from here, so
I think we're good. And we got Carl in here saying howdy.
Yes. Sorry about that, everyone.
Yeah. Stream Elements bot is running, just to let everybody know that one. We also got Dan saying hello, Carl saying hey again, and we got Thomas in here saying hey all. And it looks like our live sort of disconnected from YouTube. I'm not sure what happened there, but I think we're good to go. So apologies on that one, guys. You check the link on the socials. It's no longer valid.
Yep. Sorry, we don't know what it just decided 5 minutes is good for us. So
yeah,
next time we'll have to do a 5-minute podcast and see how that works, because that's apparently
we got some sort of image popped up there at the end too. I don't even know what that is or who that is, but
yep,
gotta love it.
There you go, bonus episode. You heard it here first.
5 minutes, 3 minutes is waiting time. But yeah, we're going to be talking about some conventions tonight. We got a little gaming news on the docket, a little pop culture stuff, a little bit of everything. So I guess we can go and dive into the convention talk. We had Final Boss Con first, which was at Rio Grande University. We went there. You also went to Siege. We had obviously Southern Fried Gaming Expo, and then we got some other ones popping up soon. So what happened?
Oh look, we got a Southeast Game Exchange in the house.
Hey, what's up, guys?
We're definitely talking. We're gonna be talking about. I mean, he can't really talk about it because he was at Final Boss Con, which is another cool convention. But Southeast Game Exchange was so amazing this year. And a little side note to Southeast Game Exchange: that item that I may or may not have purchased is officially on the way to my house. It was picked up in South Carolina. It is literally carting its way this way. So I am super excited because in a few days, hopefully, it'll be here. Yay!
I'm excited that we got it figured out and you're going to have it home.
Yeah, I've been waiting for a couple weeks now. I didn't know how it was going to happen. I thought I was going to have to buy a whole van and a truck and borrow people's cars and stuff.
Yep. Just bum it here. Just bum its way here.
Take an Uber or something.
Yeah.
I didn't take an Uber.
Might have to have 3 Ubers for that one.
Lyft.
Austin said, awesome. Can't wait for you to do a video on it. Yeah, I'm excited for you just to be able to share it. It's very cool. Super cool item. So can't wait for you to get it back.
Yeah, won't give it away, even though everyone already knows.
Do they already know?
It's a little Tic Tac. I bought a Tic Tac.
I thought you were trying to say TikTok. I'm like, Boomer TikTok is Tic Tac.
Little Tic Tac. It couldn't fit in a car. I had to hire someone to move it.
Yeah, I was super excited about that. I guess to sort of recap some Final Boss Con stuff. So we went out there to University of Rio Grande. Our buddy Mackenzie puts that one on, and it was a really good time. So it's probably I want to say at least double the size of I think almost triple the size of last year. So it was our second year. And the area where they had the panel, and I guess sort of it was the non-vendor area, but there were a few things. So Korg had their little display there with some free play, and they had some different stuff going on there. They had a whole other giant vendor area, which was really cool. A ton of it. I want to say 50 vendor, maybe a little more than that. I don't want to say the wrong number, but they had a good chunk of vendors for their second year, and it was awesome. There was a lot of cool stuff there. The only thing that sucked is their AC was broken in the building, which is out of control. But it was a very hot Ohio day, so it was just like that was kind of a bummer. But like I said, out of their control. It was just very, very hot. But they had like 4 food trucks outside, which I've been to a lot of conventions that don't have any food. So that was really cool. And like
that sounded like a cool thing. I saw the going through like the footage and stuff. I saw the food trucks. I was like, oh, it looked like they had a good time there.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, we picked up some pretty cool stuff there, which we just dropped the video for that. But yeah, it was a good time. We had our panel. The person that was supposed to like ask our questions for the panel, they wanted to do like an interview thing, didn't show up, so we had to just kind of wing it, just like in 30 seconds, which it happens. But yeah, people were there listening, and it was cool. I mean, for the second year, I think they did awesome. I think it was great, and I'm looking forward to next year. And yeah, they had the best cupcakes ever, according to Thomas.
Yeah, I saw that footage too.
Yeah,
that cupcake did look pretty good. So.
I wanted to write in his face, but I was like, I can't waste a cupcake.
Nah, not on a hot day like that. No, but it looked like a good time. Definitely, if that doesn't clash with any other scheduling, that it seems like one that might be pretty fun to go to.
Yeah, you would love it. Yeah, it sounds like they're actually. I can't say anything yet, but it's going to be at a time there's like no other conventions I even know of going on, so completely different. I don't want to say anything, but yeah, it's going to be a completely different time and like a good time for Ohio. I think much cooler. So I think they might be able to like land a cool spot doing that. Like I'm looking forward to them announcing that. So yeah, it shouldn't clash with anything, and I think it sounds like it's going to be even better next year. So
very cool.
Stephanie's saying, "Is it though?" I think she's talking about the.
Oh no, she talks about the item.
The Tic Tac.
When I said it was a Tic Tac, and she's like, "Is it though?"
Yeah. Yeah. Ah man, Tic Tac. We'll just say that. So you went out to Southeast Game Exchange.
No.
Same day. Yeah. Okay. She didn't. Austin. She said she did not go. She was not there.
I didn't go. It was my twin.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a plot twist? Could you imagine 2 gamer aimers running around?
That's a scary thought.
Could you imagine that? I would have double the games that I have now if there were 2 of me.
You guys would like conquer the world together.
Yeah. Gamer aimer conquers the world.
There you go.
Times 2.
There you go.
I could be at 2 conventions at once. That would solve every problem. I could be at Final Boss Con, South Carolina for Siege. I could be everywhere buying all the games.
Yeah, that's a scary thought.
Yeah.
That's a scary
thought. That may or may not already be happening. Just watch out.
Yeah, be afraid, guys. Be very afraid.
But Siege was great. South Carolina is an amazing place. Everyone's like super nice, super friendly. Of course, we have Southeast Game Exchange in the chat. Austin, who puts on the convention with like his family and all these other people who contribute and help and volunteer, and it's such an amazing time. There's some like big news too for next year, so like I'm pretty excited about all of that. It's crazy because this year, okay, so rewind. The first year that I went to Siege was a couple years ago. And I always wait till like the last second, and I didn't get down there until like 4 something in the morning and had to wake up an hour later, get ready for the whole day of the convention. It was like a lot all crammed into one time. So like last year, tried to get down a little earlier. This year, got down way in advance because Retro Rivals was going there from Canada. They took like 3 planes to get there. It was like pretty insane. Retro Wolf 88 was there, Retro Gaming Pandemic. There were just so many people. Retro Rick, like Pixel Game Squad. all of these other YouTubers like Steve Craig Retro Games, just like a lot of my buddies, Drinks and Games with
I
Josh.
don't know if I ever told you.
What?
Nothing. It was a reference.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah,
but all of these people went there, and it was just really cool because, like, the first day, of course, Wolf, we know him, Blips and Pips.
Mm-hmm.
We all meet up. Everyone is just trying to figure out, what we're gonna do, get food, hang out, go to game stores, go to toy stores. We have a lot of like options when you go to South Carolina. So we all kind of like palled around, and then Friday night kicked off the convention. It was at this place called Pinky's Revenge. It was like this, like a barcade. So you had like the band going on, which was like a video game band, like they play music.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. And then you have like all these arcade machines, pinballs. It was like really a good time. And then the next day was the convention. So you have a full day of conventions. You have a panel. Panel was amazing. That was like some of the stuff that, me and you were trying to figure out.
Yeah.
What would work, what wouldn't work. But it actually turned out very well. Seemed like everyone was pretty happy. Learned a couple things that we used at our newer convention that we all went to together. So that was, very helpful. Everyone seemed to be pretty happy about it. It was just a really good time. So much to do. Never feels like enough time. And then you get to hang out with people that you watch like every day, that you talk to online, and it just feels like you pick up where you left off. So like, it's not like, oh, you're this person. Everyone's super nice. Everyone comes together, and it was a great time. So definitely love that convention. And then the second day went there, made a deal on the item that is now officially in transit to my house. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then, of course, when you leave out, that's when all the emotions start going. Everyone, is just like, oh, we want the convention to keep going.
Yeah.
It's such a blast. Great deals there. Found tons of good stuff. People are willing to sell games. They're willing to make deals, willing to change their prices, bundle stuff. The variety of everything. There were tons of items like store displays and things that I had never seen before. So I mean, I absolutely love it. A couple little like after events too that all like the content creators get together, like Arkansas Picker, Saturn Steve. So there were just so many like cool people all there together, just hanging out, just picking up where we left off, and meeting some new people for like the first time. So it was a great time. It was probably one of my favorites ever.
Sounds like an awesome time. Yeah, based on what I've seen and everything I've heard, Siege is awesome. So looking forward to definitely trying to go out there next year. It's awesome. Seems like an awesome convention. A lot of people, lots of YouTubers there. It seems like a real hub of people getting together, which I love, because I always say it's my favorite part, is getting to hang out with friends. Seeing people, like you said, that you haven't gotten to meet yet. That's my favorite part of conventions now. So
yeah,
like,
and I'm sure next year too. We'll probably all go back out there. Hopefully sure. There's no other conflicts or anything with family and situations like that. Oh yeah, Southeast Game Exchange. Austin is saying Gabbo. He was there too.
Well, that's what I was referencing earlier.
Mort was there. Mort's a really awesome person. So there was, Mort's garage. So
it was the I don't know if I ever told you. That's his line.
Yeah. No, it was great.
That's awesome.
People were signing Scott's head from Retro Rivals
I saw
with the magic marker. It was hilarious. Like everyone was. It was a good time. And then the Retro Beard, he was selling his signs. His stuff's really cool. I think he like sold out at that show, so that was really cool.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it was
good.
I always get messed up on the name. I think it's Despin. Love you guys. Thanks for the entertainment. I think seeing Thomas on the video today. Yeah, yep, Thomas in the video. Todd saying, "Hey guys, you guys have been busy travelers. We kind of have been.
Yes,
we've been traveling everywhere, haven't we?" And then also, that's been really fun watching you friends talk together.
Yes.
Yeah, we love it.
We appreciate it. We appreciate the support, everyone coming in here, saying some things and asking us questions. And, we appreciate all of that because, we're all part of this community. We like to all eventually meet up. And when did y'all leave Atlanta? Oh, we didn't even talk about that convention. That's our next
Yeah, we haven't got there yet. Yeah, Jill was there. Jill was there.
Was a nightmare.
Oh,
Let
boy.
me tell you.
Yeah, you start this one, and then
Right.
we'll level this one out on how it went for both of us.
Yeah, real quick, Steve Craig Retro Games. Congrats on 1K. Siege is the best. So he
did Steve hit one? Steve hit 1K?
Yeah, I think he did. I think
cool.
he did.
Congrats, man.
So yes, he said Siege is the best. Yeah, so that was definitely a fun time meeting up with him. It's not very often that you get to connect with people.
Right.
But to go ahead and jump into Southern Fried.
Oh boy.
So this is the stuff that you're probably not going to see in the videos. Yeah. Because it's not really related to the convention. Because the convention was amazing. That part was awesome. Like, really a fun time. But the whole story leading up to it, like, we had some trauma. Like, we had some horrible things.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So
we're getting feedback on your end pretty bad.
Oh, my end?
Yeah, like real bad.
Oh no. Does it sound bad for everyone?
Yeah. Yeah, I turned it down like half of what it is now.
Can everyone hear me okay?
Yeah.
Is it when I get real loud and I scream?
No, it's me. I can hear it. Come on. I can still hear it. That's not good. It's pretty loud. Pretty loud. Now it's louder. Like,
well, I just want to know, like, is it loud for them too, or like, are we both the same?
It's loud for them too. I can't turn it down on my end. It's coming out your speakers because you don't have a headset.
Well, I don't know. I'll put them to like the side. I never do anything different.
I know it's technology. I think it's good now. It's better.
Yeah, someone said we all good. Okay. All right, cool. I'll try not to scream. It might be me.
She's just loud, guys. She's just loud. That's all it is.
It got me all riled up. We were talking about our traumatic experience.
It was a rough one.
Yeah. So we're both pretty far, I guess, from the convention, and we decided not to fly. So of course, when you travel and you're driving, you have to factor in, pit stops, you have to grab food, bathroom breaks, you have to factor all of that into your drive. So when it's already like over 10-hour drive and you have to factor all of that in, like, it's going to be a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So the problem was, stopped, everything's great, feeling okay, driving. Next thing you know, there's a bad accident. And all of the roads get shut down. You don't get to move. The exit's only 3 miles away, but no one can take the exit. Everything is just stopped. So you just see red on the map, and it starts, like, it adds 30 minutes. And then it adds another 15 minutes. And then it adds another hour. And then it adds another hour. And you're like, oh my gosh. So it just, like, it kept happening. So,
yeah, you call me on the phone, you're like, so it keeps adding 45 minutes and then it adds another 45. No, we're not going to be there until like 7 o'clock. You told me.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
supposed to be there originally at like 3, and that was after like a couple stops. Yeah. Like, we were supposed to be there at 3 p.m. Check into the hotel, and then we can hang out, film, explore the area. Well, when you're not getting there till 7, 8 o'clock, like, there goes your whole day.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, by the time you got there, it was like we had to eat and like...
It was dinner. It was late dinner.
It was like late dinner. Yeah, it was pretty late dinner. We got somebody letting us know that Mr. Beast is better than us, apparently.
Oh, and then, yeah, Mr. Beast is awesome, though. But apparently...
Is he?
This yeah.
Okay.
Apparently he is.
I haven't really watched him.
No, but that's not even the worst part. The worst part was once we got there, so you're all exhausted. You've been driving all day. You just sat in traffic. I really hope that person was okay because
Yeah,
apparently it was like
seriously.
a really bad car accident. And they had to be helicoptered out. I really hope that everything was okay with that. So like when we get to our hotel, we walk in and there's people fighting, like literally screaming and arguing, about to fist fight. It's wild. Like, do not feel safe. Go inside and you go to check in and they say, "Oh, do you have a booking confirmation?" "Yes, we do. Here's the booking confirmation."
Yeah.
We don't have you in the system." "What?"
It's like, we got it right here on our phone. We reserved it.
It's right here. Is this the correct address?" "Yes." "Is this the correct date?" "Yes." "Is this the correct time?" "Yes." "Is this the correct hotel and everything?" "Yes." "It looks like our booking." "Yeah." "But there's no rooms available?"
Yeah.
"Well, no.
Oh my
If you
God.
want to get a room available, you have to pay 3 times that price." "How does that work?"
That makes no sense. You called and told me that. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my
So then,
goodness. Like, it just
so
doesn't
then
end.
things get louder in the lobby, and luggage starts flying, and we're gone.
We're out of here. Where you staying here?
I'm not staying
Pass.
here. So then the third hotel that I went to, perfect, great, third time's a charm. By this point, it's like 8:30 or later or something. Like, it was like late. It was like, "Hey, you want to go get food?" "Yeah, let's go get food." 45 minutes wait. "No, let's go next door." "Okay, good." And then it was, "All right, I'm tired. Let's go and wake up the next day." So that's kind of how that whole thing went.
Yeah, so let's add on to that some more stuff there. So we get to
PG. Keep it a little PG.
yeah. So disregarding even that, I my goodness. So we got an Airbnb again. We got one when we went to Alabama, and it wasn't the best. Like, it's like really old. Like, nothing was up to date. It was like strange. It was like strange. But it was like not as bad as this. Like, this was just like a disgusting. So we walk into our Airbnb, and we're there like less than 5 minutes, and we find a live cockroach, like squirming on its back. Like, I'm like, he's like, "Check if it's alive," and it starts going, like, shaking all around. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, he's like, "Are you?" Okay, here's the funny part. He's like, "Hey, Brandon, like, are you afraid of bugs?" I'm like, "No, not really." He's like, points it to me. It's a cockroach like this big, like giant freaking cockroach. I'm like, oh my God. So killed that. Go back to like one of the rooms. There's 2 dead cockroaches in there. And I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? And then this place was like real weird. I won't like get into like whatever might have been going on there, but there was like mirrors, like these giant mirrors as soon as you walk in everywhere. And like there was like pull down like backdrops where it could be like a photography studio, but I don't think it was. And they said it was for like people in the entertainment industry and stuff like that, like people that film and stuff. So it was just like real weird, very strange. So cockroaches, strangeness going on, real creeped out. There's a grave, like when you look out the window. Could have been a pet. I mean, it probably was a pet, but it was still weird right out your window. Like,
Poor Fluffy.
poor Fluffy, like recently buried Fluffy, with like a scarecrow looking thing sitting next to it, and like it was just weird, man. It was just like very strange, and like what I don't even know, man. It was absurd. It was crazy. What else happened? Oh, like our fridge, we came back, like nothing was cold in it. All our drinks were warm. It was just like a whole mess. It was a whole mess. Called like the Airbnb. They like refunded some money back, like on their cleaning that they just like add on. Oh, it was also filthy. It was just generally filthy outside the cockroaches. Like there was crap all over the floor, and like it was just like a mess. So like between me and you with like all that stuff, it was like super late that night when we both left at 3 a.m. intentionally to get there like way early, because it was like essentially like averaged out to about like 10 hours, pretty close for both of us. So it was like 10 for us, what, like almost 11 for you or something. It was
Yeah,
supposed
like
to
10
be.
and a half, 11 or something, but,
Yeah.
just didn't anticipate like 15 hours or more. Like,
No, not
did
at
not think.
all. And like we're trying to give enough time to like be able to get settled in and like, pack our stuff and like get together and grab food and go film and check out the place, and like none of that happened. And I'm like, oh
Yep.
my god, it was just like a whole mess. And it was, it was frustrating, but we tried not to let that bother us for like the show. But we were like legitimately just like worn out. Everybody was just like pretty worn out. But then we get to the show. Everything's great for the show. Show was an awesome time. Yeah, I mean, start that off like it was a big show. It's a big show. It was in like a massive. So it was like a hotel, right? Like that was essentially like
I
just a
think it
massive
was like
hotel.
one side was like a hotel, and I think it might have been like attached to one of those like gallery malls or something, like a mall.
Yeah, that's why I was confused because like I
It's
saw
like, remember
people.
the food court
Yeah,
area? Like, I think it's the hotel is attached to something, like some building. So I feel like it's like the way that it's set up. Because remember, we went through like that hallway and it divided like the one major side to like
yes,
the other side. So like right away, it's like a whole different layout, and like you have to learn, I guess, like the layout first. Like maybe we should have did a little bit more research on that, um, because we got a little bit confused on where some of like the panels were.
yeah. It
So I
was it
think if
was
we would have,
confusing. It was
yeah, I
confusing.
think if we could have like mapped it out a little bit ahead of time or something, maybe we wouldn't have gotten lost, or if we asked questions or found someone that knew, because
Well, we
the one
did
guy
try to do that.
didn't really know. Yeah, he didn't really know though. We just kept walking. But how it's like mapped out is you have like, we'll just say like two separate areas.
Yeah,
So one area has like all of the tables in the middle. So like kind of like a cafeteria setup, like back in the day. Now it's not like in a cafeteria, but like how you'd have like all those middle tables, and then like the outside had all like the board games and like independent games around it, and
yes,
people were playing board games actively. Like there were tons of like school tables, it seemed like, just full of games. And then around the whole outside of that are the panel rooms. So you have like A through W or whatever it
yeah,
was. I think it's like A through Z. Like it's a big, massive place.
yeah,
And
yeah.
there's like a screening room, there's different panels going on, different activities. In a whole other area, they had like a kids schooling, homeschool,
They
or,
had two other things going on,
or
from what I understand. Yeah,
something.
homeschool convention,
Yeah, so
something
they
with
had
the.
like something else.
Yeah,
And then like you kind of like walk through, and there's a couple random rooms of like vintage computers and indie gamers and like little things like that. And then
indie
you have,
gamers.
yeah, like
Indie, just
indie
indie.
games where you can play them,
You said
right?
indie gamers. They have like
Yeah,
indie gamers over here.
yeah, like indie games, but they're playing them, so they're like indie gamers,
Sure.
is the thing. And then, so like the main gist of where we were at was this massive like warehouse style, like kind of how like Siege is. So like you just like walk into like one massive area, but instead of having just full of like vendors, they had like vendors like on like the outskirt, and then
Yeah.
all
Yep.
in the middle they had like aisles and rows of arcade games just all next to one another, and then like another aisle was created, and then they had pinball machines mixed in, and then in the very very back, like furthest away, they had like the big Venom, and then they had the unveiling of the Venom pinball machines. They had like some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones. They had like a mixture of some of their like, newer ish, like Scooby Doo and stuff was in there too. So they just had like over 150 arcade and pinball machines, and then on like the little like retro alley where they had like the vendors, it didn't have as many as like Siege or a regular convention, because their
Yeah.
main focus is the arcade and the pinballs.
Yeah.
So you pretty much pay and you're there from like 10 a.m. to midnight. Like their thing is open till midnight.
Yeah, which is pretty nuts because I've not been to like a convention like that where they're open that late, and it was Friday and Saturday that they were that late. So yeah, I was definitely like heavily focused on the arcade and the pinball, which were massive. There was a lot there. Also, you didn't get to see, I don't think you went in there, but we went back Sunday for a little bit, and well, actually we were there for a little while Sunday, probably like 3-4 hours. We went for additional time, got a little more footage, a little more chatting with people, and checked out like their little they were doing like a little flea market thing too for a couple hours, so they had like different people set up. But like that computer room that they had with all the vintage computers, it also had a few other things, but those were all set up and playable too, which is crazy. Like everything. I mean, like it might have been like the biggest like vintage computer thing I've seen, because I've seen several of those, and it was awesome. That was pretty cool. That might have been my favorite part as far as like setup for arcade, because I love that stuff, and I've never seen that much set up together before. So that was really cool, and they even had like shown like PVMs, professional video monitors, set up with like how they would be for weather stations and stuff like that, like in there, like little demo units, and that was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, like it was definitely heavily focused on that stuff, which is cool. So if you like that stuff, it's like right up your alley. Like they had the brand new Venom pinball there from Stern Pinball. That was super cool. Like their giant like display. I saw it was on your thumbnail actually. She just
like a
posted
big
her thumbnail
of like the head, and then like you walk through like the mouth part or something, and then they had like this massive blow up Mario next to the Mario pinball machine.
Cool.
So that was cool to see that vintage one.
Yeah.
A retro one.
But just to add in here, like after you guys are done watching, she just dropped her new video, the overview of Southern Fried. So check it out if you want to see a little more about it. But yeah,
just a quick little like overview to see like some of like the layouts, I guess, of things. But no, like I feel like if they continue in this path, because like I heard in the past that they never had a vendor hall, like they didn't have tables set up to buy stuff, but it looked like they're starting to like pick that up. So like I have a feeling if they keep adding to it and they add more and more vendors and they add different things, like I feel like this is going to be like a pretty good size because they have the room for it.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah, they
like at that place. So, but it was a lot of fun. You know, I still like going to other conventions and stuff too, and some of them, the other conventions will always be my favorite because of like the community. Like I didn't know a whole bunch of people that went to Southern Fried, but like Southeast Game Exchange, it feels like a family. Like you're one cohesive community family, everyone's together. You know, it's like different. So like each convention, you know, is different in their own way. And you know, I feel like just you got to know what you like specifically. Like, are you going to conventions to buy things, see the interactive like wrestling rings, see different panels?
I do think that's what's different. Like, this is our first year of vending, so that's probably why that's the case. Most of those guys that go are either vending or they're going to purchase stuff. Like, those are the type of people that are going. It's like Siege, for example. Most of those people go to game hunt and like make videos on that. So, like, if they keep doing this, I think that could be different. Like, I think they have that potential to have, like, those YouTubers out there that want to make videos on stuff. But, like, yeah, if it's true, I did hear one other person say that, actually, there. So, it must be the case that this was the first year that they have vendors. So, if they keep doing that, they'll have more of those people out there. There were a few people I apparently missed that had either commented or said stuff after, like, oh, you guys were there? Like, and I didn't even know, but there was a lot of people, and it was 3 days. So like we were only really there, like we were there a little on Sunday, but yeah, I mean we weren't there at all Friday. Apparently, it's pretty poppin' Friday night. There's a lot of people there Friday night apparently. So yeah, I think they keep that up. They can maybe get that community of people. You know, hopefully, I want to see all these guys grow and really expand and do well. Like I want to see everybody with the conventions. Because for the longest time, there was like 3 conventions that were like the big conventions that all these guys went to that were YouTubers and did this stuff, and that was kind of it for a long time, like a real long time. So the fact that we've even got these now is really cool, and that they're still popping up and new ones are coming up. We've got like Final Boss Con in their second year. Like, I think that's great. So if we can just spread this everywhere and make all these options for people, that's what I want to see.
We'll hit some comments real quick, and then we could talk a little bit more about it. Southeast Game Exchange said, "How is Southern Fried Gaming Expo different than Siege? Never been and have been wanting to go." I'd say like the arcades and the pinballs and just like the layout was a lot different. Now there's amazing things at both, so I definitely think you should go at least to check it out just to see kind of like how that because let's face it, like video games and retro gaming are different, like a different scene than the arcade and pinball people.
Easily.
But it's all very cohesive. Like you can enjoy both, but like the two different like crews and styles of they are very different. Like it's a different world. So I would say definitely have to check it out, and I could see the next few years being even bigger than it was.
Yeah, in the arcade, like, let's be real, and I grew up with the arcade too, maybe not as heavily as a lot of these other people, but it is a much older scene for the most part. A lot of older folks, mostly in the arcade, just because that's how it worked out, and arcades are not popular anymore. Barcades are popping up, but they aren't everywhere like they were back in the day, so that's kind of unfortunately the case, and I think that's sort of where the separation lies a little bit. So it's kind of the age gap and that sort of thing. So
and then we have AD Studio put like Rock on, I guess. Is that what that hand symbol is?
Yeah, devil horns.
Yeah.
I thought that said limited run games was in here. This is a Lionheart game. I got my glasses on. I'm struggling. I'm getting like all up close to read the comments. Terrible.
Yeah, they're saying we could do some other shows as well. Joel said it's a very weird conference center with a shopping mall in the lower level. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Lionheart Game 13 said, "Did they pay travel? Sounds expensive." They did not pay for travels. We paid for all of that.
Yep.
There are ways to find ways, I guess, to like save money. So you want to shop around with the hotels. You may not stay in the best. The whole Airbnb, you may not stay in the best. But if you could find something like pretty cheap, you don't have to spend thousands of dollars. You can book ahead of time, do your research, so you can get it for
the ahead of time, I think, is like the big thing. Like, if you can do it way ahead of time, that's the way to go, it seems like.
Most of the time, too, the convention centers, like I know, like with Siege, and even Southern Fried, they'll do like sponsored conventions, so instead of paying like $180 a night, you might be able to get it down to $100 a night or $120, but you have to book way in advance.
They were sold out, unfortunately.
And you can find like the budget ones too. Like they literally have like Budget Inn and Comfort Inn in different places. You don't have to stay in like the most expensive place because you're only going to be there just to sleep, really, because you're going to be out and about doing things with like everyone or at the convention. You just got to make sure that it looks clean, and you just walk around the room, check a few areas, and as long as you read the reviews and it's clean, then you're typically fine with that. We had a lot of comments attending the show, but I think they just expanded into that conference center this year. I mean, it's pretty good because you need room for like pinballs, arcades, and things like that.
Yep.
Escalator Friend said, "Tried to come say hi to you guys, but it was much later on Saturday. We were there checking out." Oh, you should have said hi. I don't know where.
Yeah, we missed a couple people on Sunday, too, from the Yap app that were commenting on there, which we did try to find. We saw stuff too late. Unfortunately, somebody had a custom NES controller for us, apparently, the Game Junction. I feel really bad. I did say something on the Yap app, but I don't know who it was, and I don't know how that works. So, sorry, guys. Missed you. But hopefully next time, or hopefully we see an upcoming show, or...
Yeah. No, and then, people, not everyone stayed till midnight, so, like, you could tell that it definitely slowed down, and the vendors, they just, like, put, like, a cloth over their table, so, like, it wasn't forced to stay that late. You could, like, kind of come as you wanted to.
But a lot of them did. A lot of them did stay up till midnight vendor wise.
Yeah, some would stay if obviously people are looking at their tables and stuff, and then because you got to figure like these events are, they're just like for the weekend. So if you're someone who only does this a few times a year, it's okay to stay up, to midnight every once in a while.
No,
probably not every night, but like a nice little convention weekend, a nice little getaway with the family and stuff. And there were tons of kids there, and we had a panel as well, similar style of what happened at Southeast Game Exchange, but just doing different things, different questions, different format, and the room was packed, all the chairs were full, and then the best part was a kid. She won the little Switch Lite that we were giving away, so that was really cool.
Melted my heart.
Yeah, she was super excited to win it. Her mom's like, "That's you," and she's like, like all happy.
It was the best.
So like, it was just really cool. It was nice, just seeing that and having people really enjoy it. So
yeah, definitely. Looks like we also got. Oh boy, went way back up. We had a lot of comments, so I apologize. Missing some of these. Chase said I would love to play games late though. We also got Joel saying, so the dragon kind that you learned about this weekend is a 24-hour convention spread across 5 days. Yeah, it sounds cool. DragonCon.
Is that the one? DragonCon?
That was the one Chase was talking about. Yeah. Before. We got Thomas saying
I think we got invited to while we were there. Like I think everyone kept saying, y'all should come out, y'all should do this. I don't know if they were.
We got invited to another one on Sunday too, and it was, I can't remember where. Yeah, it's just like hard to keep up. And we always appreciate all that stuff. So, we thank you guys very much. We got Thomas saying there were concessions with beer and mixed drinks too. That was kind of wild. So, like here in Ohio, we don't have like places like that. You can walk around in like a sort of convention center and drink like that I'm aware of. Yeah. Or that I've been to anyway. Thomas said DragonCon sounds sweet. Chase said if you guys are up near Raleigh on August 19th, hit us up. And he just sent me the little flyer to it too. And he said that's what I heard as well. Game Junction. Is that our time
in Game On Expo?
What is it?
Is August 19th Game On Expo?
Yeah, I think it might be, or the 20th or something. Yeah, it's going on then, I think. I'll have to double check. I just now realized that. It's mixing it up here. We got Chase asking how many vendor booths were there. It's a good question. I don't know. I don't remember an advertised number of vendors because they were like also sort of spread out. Like there actually was more than we sort of thought. Maybe that you might like on
one row might have had like 20 or so, and then there was like another row.
Yeah.
That might have had less than that. Because if you think of like a box, like all the pinballs and arcades are in there, and then like the outskirt
and it was like around that
the vendor row, but there were arcades over here, so you could only go all the way up this way, and then a little bit on this side.
Yeah,
so that might have been 20. It might have been less.
Remember, there's also vendors on the outside, like on that other part. You remember that circle where like the registration was? There was vendors there too. I think
there were like 2 or 3 rows. So like 20 there.
I want to say like 50 probably, right?
There might have been 50, if that.
Yeah.
But not all games.
Not all games. No, not even close.
One section was like Legos and building stuff only.
I don't think it was the whole section. The whole section wasn't like that. There was game vendors there too. It was just that one vendor. It was just like a massive sort of space that made it look like that because it was on the corner. But there was game vendors there too.
Okay.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, but there wasn't like a huge amount, but there was enough. Like they brought good stuff. For our first
year, that's a lot. Like
they brought good stuff.
Oh yeah, they brought out bangers. Yeah, there's. I wish I remembered the guy's name, and I feel really bad because this is now like the 4th time maybe that I've met him, and I've actually known him forever in groups. But I forget his name. I don't know why it's not coming to my head. But he always brings out like really cool like turbo graphics and PC engine. Yeah. I just call him the Turbo Guy because that's where I've known him from. Is the Turbo groups. So Turbo Guy with the Mega Man soccer ball that I'm super jealous of. Yeah, he brought out like this Mega Man so I say Mega Man Soccer Ball, but literally the game Mega Man Soccer, and it's not a soccer ball. It was like an employee, and he didn't have it for sale, so it was like a little decoration for the table. Apparently given to like the actual developers of the game, not just employees, but developers that worked on the game. So that for me was very limited. Crazy cool piece. Love Mega Man, so that was really cool to see. He always brings out bangers too. He's got like a complete TurboGrafx set, like accessories, everything. I think he's pretty much hunted down everything out there that is TurboGrafx, but he always brings out really cool stuff. He had like some sort of display stuff, some promo stuff too, which is always cool. But the vendors, yeah, there were good vendors. Our pals over at Game Central Station was out there vending. Shane brought out some bangers. He always brings out really cool stuff too. Yeah.
Saturn Steve was there vending.
Yeah, Saturn Steve was there vending too. And Tendo. Let's not forget those guys as well. Not trying to forget them. I'm just trying to remember everybody. So there was people there we knew. So we got to talk to those guys, and that was really cool. We filmed with Saturn Steve, and then we actually talked to Tendo for a while, and he's planning to come out here, and we're going to meet up with him at some point. That was really cool because that was the first time we got to talk in person, but we sort of kind of met him at Game Jam South, but didn't like cross paths. Apparently he was like leaving, so he was there, but yeah, I'm not sure what happened with that whole situation. But that was cool. We got to talk with him, and that was the first time getting to do that. Who else? Was there anyone else we're missing?
I saw Retro Wolf early. He was getting some footage and some filming, but I think you were like across, and then you were
I
coming
didn't get
back
to chat
over
with
at
him.
the tail. Yeah, I think you came over at like the tail end. There were probably plenty of people. It's just a lot of things kind of like blend together.
It does. And then like it just especially that long, because we were there for a while. We stayed till like what, 11 on Saturday or like 10? It was pretty late, right?
Till midnight. They like not kicked
we
us
let
out, but they made an announcement like y'all gotta leave.
Okay, so we were there till like 11 then. It was a little after 11. It was a little after something, like I said, blurring together for me too, but yeah, you were there a little longer that night. And
then it poured down rain. It was like storming or something.
And I do feel bad too, because I think you guys were immediately leaving as well. We just thought everybody was like out. Thought we were leaving. So that was the assumption on us. So apparently you guys hung out and got some drinks and got tipsy there at the old Southern Fried Gaming Expo.
No, definitely not.
I'm just thinking like, oh, I don't ever drink. That's not a thing. Oh man, yeah, it was fun. We were there real late, so we were there for a long. That was a long convention that day. That was a long convention day for sure. It was. Yeah,
but they did have like little food stands set up because it was like a gallery mall. They had like a little Subway pop up thing that it probably stays there the whole time because it actually had like a station like set up, and then they had like a pop up of, was it Papa John's or Domino's?
Papa John's, yeah, and Chick-fil-A.
Papa John's, they had a pop up, and then Chick-fil-A had a pop up. Then they had like all the alcohol and stuff. One thing that I do want to mention that was actually really nice of them. So, because we did have a panel, they gave us this little like ticket thing. They had this really nice dinner on the hotel side. And it was like this whole catered event. So they did include us with that. And, someone won an award there. And it was just a really cool,
awesome,
like, community-driven thing to be a part of. And they, like, printed it out on, like, the old-time, like, printer paper from, like, the older computer systems. So that was really cool. For someone who's, like, very big in that side, that culture of, like, the pinball and arcade, field. So that was really cool. But it was like this whole catered event, and we did have some really great food. So that was pretty cool.
That was for me. For me, that was and I think it's probably like the best food I've ever had, like fanciest thing, probably.
Yeah, it was really.
I'm not very cultured as far as that stuff, so McDonald's was like a big deal for us when we got that. So yeah, it was probably like the fanciest thing I've ever had. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. I still didn't like the prime steak, but I guess I don't like that sort of thing.
Terrible.
They were like everybody's like making fun of me. I'm like,
that was like the best. Yeah. That was like the best. That is like prime, super juicy. It just like melts in your mouth.
Yeah, it was just a me thing apparently because everybody's making fun of me. But the
Everyone,
fish,
like that is
the fish was really good. Really good. That was some what?
High dollar stuff.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, too high dollar for me apparently.
Yeah, it's too cultured for you.
Dude, too cultured for me. Meanwhile, we have something called
Should
the
just
culture.
brought out your McDonald's nuggets.
But no, get out of here. I don't even like nuggets. The fish was really good though, and like what was the all that mushroom stuff, whatever. I don't even know what you call that, but that was really good too.
Yeah, everything was really good.
It was really good. So here we are making fun of me.
About food. We're talking about food. I didn't even eat dinner, so
I haven't ate yet either. I never do before the podcast.
You know what else I'm missing being here too?
Let me know what else.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, we transitioned. Well, I figured we were going to talk about some of these other conventions coming up too. You want to mention those so peeps know what's going on?
Yeah, we can, but stay tuned for some turtle talk.
Yeah, we're gonna do some turtle talk.
We got some of that coming.
I'm pretty excited about that.
No, so overall, Final Boss Con was a great convention. What you guys said. Yeah. I didn't go to that one, but I'm looking forward maybe in the future if they do. Siege is always a blast. If you're ever in South Carolina for the Southeast Game Exchange, it feels like a community. Everyone's very welcoming. Panels are great. People are great. Insane. They're going to have a bigger area next year. It's wild. They have some really awesome announcements and stuff. I'm definitely looking forward to it. One of my all-time favorites, probably like my top, I would say, is Siege. Even Southern Fried Gaming Expo, even that is pretty awesome if you love the arcade,
I think they're all great.
Culture. So we like them all,
Yeah, I like to... I love to try to find something positive in all of them, and I think they all do like offer something a little bit different. Like I think at the end of the day, Southern Fried, if you really like arcade and pinball, you're gonna love this one. And I think that's and I look forward to seeing them grow with the vendor stuff next year. They've already got their dates announced, so go check out their website if you're more interested in that. But just coming up here real soon, we've got Game On Expo, and that is my pal John Lester's, aka Game Straight 81's convention. I'm so excited to be able to attend that because like he has poured everything, both money and time and like everything into this. I mean, the guy got super emotional at the end of last year because it was just such a big success, and he deserves like how big this convention has gotten. He's really put everything into it, so we're really excited about that one. That's gonna be like a big, massive convention. Looks like we got Retro Tiburon's in here saying what up, y'all. Escalated Friend, why you guys so positive? You guys really rule. We appreciate it. Retro Tiburon also said, looks like you had fun, Ahmer. I didn't see you in the videos, Brandon. We have not dropped a video on Game Junction yet. That was just her overview that she dropped a little bit ago. So we'll have something.
That one was on my Gamer Ahmer channel. And then the reason why I'm not in a couple videos on Game Junction is because it was like the final boss con and then the video game summit.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't go to those two. There were just some family scheduling, and then final boss con was the same time as Southeast Game Exchange. So I wasn't in that footage. So that's going to be Brandon and Millennial Collector. So that'll be them. And then on my own channel, I had done my convention stuff.
Yep. Yeah, so we'll have something out soon, and then, like I said, if you haven't checked hers out after this, definitely go ahead and check that one out. She covered that. We also had, looks like I missed a couple. Jewel, that was me with the flask on Saturday night. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Then we had Chase at Escalated Friend. Yeah, they are. Sorry, it cuts off my comments, so I can only see like so far back if I missed anything. We got We were there till 11. Thomas is saying. So yeah. Then we also got Escalated Friend said, "Well, we still love you anyway, Ahmer."
Yeah, that's how you say that. So it's my name, but that's how you say it. It just looks different. So some people
Ahmer.
growing up had always said Ahmer, but it's not pronounced that way. It's pronounced Ahmer. So it's always been Ahmer. So gamer Ahmer. So it makes sense.
That's kind of funny. Retro said, "I'm talking about videos I've seen from other YouTubers. Figured you didn't go to Siege." Oh yeah, I wasn't at Siege, unfortunately.
Yeah, he wasn't there, but I was.
Yeah, Brandi was there, and there was a lot of people there. Tons of people there for that. Unfortunately, not. But Final Boss Con was going on that same day, so it was both at different conventions on the same day. It was kind of cool with that whole thing, and like got to talk about it and exchange how the conventions went and all that stuff. So hopefully next year, we're looking forward to that. It looks like Final Boss Con is going to be at a completely different time, so we might be able to make it out. Chase said, "Next year for Siege, I want to get to Greenville, South Carolina at least 1 to 2 days early and link up with you guys." Yes, the key to that is if you can get there earlier, like before day of the convention, like that definitely helps for sure. You good over there?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh my goodness.
I'm responding to a home improvement question.
Oh, okay. So. No worries. Yeah, Tim the Toolman Taylor's there. Carl said
there's a technician here, so I'm just trying to make sure that technician who's downstairs will understand what to do. We are good now, apparently.
Wait, what? What's happening? Oh, in the game room?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Stuff is getting fixed.
Okay,
so
gotcha. There's only so much y'all can do and fit in. Yeah, no doubt. And like, look, we've done, like honestly, and we talked about it, way more conventions than we plan on going to this year. So that's it's been cool to get to do that. Period. We definitely had not like planned on that, so it's all gotten kind of added in, and we figured it all out. We've done it. We've managed it all, so it's been pretty cool. And we, so I mean, Game On Expo, you're pretty excited about that one too, right?
So I still have to do some booking and stuff. I'm hoping that I can find some deals.
We got to get together on that one because, like,
fingers crossed.
For me, I haven't really talked about. I've never been on a plane before. The traveling is brand new to me. I had not been out of state in a long time before Game Jam South, and yeah, so it's like new to me. So I got to link up with you because I really need to like go over some stuff, see if we can like figure out some things together because I'm gonna be traveling by myself like this.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm an adult. I'm like kind of nervous because like I don't know too many people that go on the plane like that by themselves like the first time. So
it'll be okay. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't even know how to book a ticket. Like I've been on the website, we talked a little bit, but it's like
we'll figure it out. The driving is not an option.
No.
Apparently, it's like a whole day and 9 hours for me.
25 hours for me.
Yeah, it's a day plus 9 additional, so a lot.
Not an option.
So no, none of that, because that'll turn into like 5 weeks of driving.
5 weeks, 6 months. What are you talking about?
It's been 84 years, and I'm still in the state over.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's...
That would not be good. No, but yes, we are looking forward to it. We do have a panel there. Yes. So if it's like our last couple panels, we are pretty excited. We change them up each time, though. Yeah. So different questions, different topics, different things. It's been a real hit. People, really enjoy it, so...
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that with Southern Fried. Well, we did. We mentioned about the girl, but we filled all the seats. And like we're told, it was like the biggest one there, one of the biggest ones there. So I was like very shocked because we were a little nervous, like to say the least.
People did compliment it, and they said that was the reason why they were there.
Yeah. I was just for watching or watching later. Like, thank you so much because we were a little nervous and like we said before, didn't like know a whole lot of people there, hadn't been in the area, so like we were just blown away. Like, I was still a little blown away by it because I continued to get compliments and new people subscribing on YouTube and saying they found us there, commenting on the app. Like, yeah, so we definitely appreciate that. So we are doing that at Game On Expo, but another company, new questions. So we're doing PlayStation, correct? This one?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. PlayStation or Sega or whatever.
Yeah, PlayStation, I think, and we'll probably do Sega after that, I think is what we got going on. But our panel is at 11 o'clock on Saturday. So it's going to be a little different, a little bit earlier. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. We got lots of people we know there, actually, like, John Hancock's there, Reggie. Tons of people are going. I counted down on there. It was like 8 or 9 people actually end up knowing that are going. So there's going to be tons of people there. And I know there's going to be way more than that, too. I can't ever keep track of everybody. But there's going to be lots of people there. It's a big one.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Won't be making any big purchases because trying to get something shipped back is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah,
so
I'm not planning on anything outside, like a couple game cases maybe, but I'm not planning on anything.
Be Super Nintendo games and probably some like little smaller items, hopefully.
What about Sega Genesis? You said Super Nintendo. Never mind. Maybe never mind. She don't get it.
I'm not there yet.
Oh man.
There'll be no statues or kiosks or displays.
Right.
Unless
I find one or see one.
I find one,
then I buy it.
I'll put that on the plane, and then I'll ship in a box across the states.
Oh my.
Right? They can ship people.
I think that's a thing, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know that that's legal.
I'll be in the pet section on the flight, and then the kiosk will be on my seat. It'll be perfectly fine.
Thomas said, I hope they get Brandon those cool little plastic pilot wings.
Yeah, for your first time, you have to let them know.
What's that?
Like, they give you, like, the little wings, like a little pin.
That's a thing?
I have no idea.
Okay, alright, yeah, I think
you guys could be a thing.
You just answer it like you have any idea what he's talking about. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but you believed it every time.
I always believe it.
I'm like, yeah, the pins, they give them out your first time. Like, when you go to Disney, you get a cool little thing, like, birthday, first time.
No, I don't believe you on that either.
That's the thing, too.
Whatever. Retro said, would y'all ever come out to a Cali Expo? I know we would love to. We definitely talked about it. That'd be really cool. We'd love to go out to SoCal at some point. That's a goal.
And you also, first time in California, you also get a pin that says California on it.
Anyway.
Across state lines, you get a welcome pin. It's like a whole welcome gift.
I'm missing like 6 of them then. I've never gotten one. Carl said, y'all deserve all the compliments and plaudits. Y'all are amazing. So glad to hear about the positive feedback on your panel. Yeah, we appreciate it for sure.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. You're always messing with me. I can't even remember what we were going to say next. We got, after Game On, we've got, which one's next after that?
Cleveland.
Cleveland is next, yeah. Cleveland Gaming Classic. Looking forward to that one, too, a lot.
I don't know anything about it, but it sounds like a good time.
It's a good one. It's a really big convention. Arguably, like, the biggest one here in Ohio, so next...
and then what? November is, Detroit?
Detroit Retro Video Game Show, yep. And then, well, we got... Is there something? I feel like we're missing something. Maybe we're not. That might be...
you have... Was it New York?
I have to pull up. Oh, yeah. RetroGameCon.
Yes.
Which is
I went there last year. That one's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I feel bad for not saying the dates. I'm going to pull it up. So, Cleveland Gaming... Game On Expo, August 11th through 13th. And so that's coming up next. Cleveland Gaming Classic is September 22nd through the 24th. Retro GameCon is October 7th and 8th. And I still got to add Detroit Retro Game Show into our schedule. So I'll update that here soon. I'd meant to do that a while ago for the socials, but that one's coming up. That one's after CGC at some point and before RetroGameCon, I want to say. So, yeah. Yeah? Oh, boy. What's going on in the comment section? I seen a laugh.
Carl said, Brandon, if you ever come down to Australia, you get given a pin of a drop bear, aka koala.
Carl, I didn't know Carl was in Australia, but my brother just moved back from Australia. He was living there for 4 years, got married there, all that stuff. So, he just moved back. So
you get a koala pin.
Listen, I know that's a lie. I already know. I would know that one at least. I've never been, but all my family has. So.
And then Retro was saying, how nervous were you all doing the panel? I mean, I felt fine because when you see the room packed, I feel like it's more
good feeling actually.
It's more comfortable because
more comfortable than only two people.
Yeah, you feel a certain way if there's only one or two, people. So when the whole room's there and everyone's laughing and engaging and answering questions and joking, I feel like it's fine at that point, So I was just nervous that people weren't going to show up, and then all these people showed up, so the nerves, I guess, went away.
Yeah, I will say that. So I've done panels in the past at anime conventions and non-gaming stuff, but it's been a long time. So when I went to Game Jam South and did a panel again, where it was more focused in on me and Thomas exclusively, I was a little nervous for that one. But once I started it, it's fine. Right away, all the nerves went away. So to my surprise, actually, because I have pretty bad anxiety, so I get nervous real easy about that stuff. And public speaking in high school or middle school, I didn't do it. I skipped school, did anything to avoid it. Just didn't go to school and stuff. I could not do the
terrible. Classroom. Education is important, everyone. Education is important.
This was a long time ago, back in the day. So back in the day, we're old. But yeah,
for everyone watching, your education is very important. Do not skip school. Yeah. Go to class.
Don't skip school. I think everyone watching, go to school. Anyway, I was a little nervous then. But this one, exactly like you said, it was it was a much better, relieving when we saw the people. Because we were, a little nervous before. A couple panels we saw didn't have, a ton of people in them or anything. And, we also found out, we saw that, one thing with Southern Fried, they had, a ton of things going on every hour. So there was, 5 events every single hour of the day. And so they have, 5 panel rooms or something. And so, there was a lot going on. So it was, hit or miss. Everybody might want to go to this one or, this thing. So we were a little nervous. But, yeah, it was very relieving when we saw that it was all the seats are filled. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Carl said, I am in New Zealand, the next country over. Ouch, mixing New Zealand and Australia. I didn't think Carl was in Australia, so that's why I said that.
I knew he was New Zealand, yeah.
I didn't think he was in Australia. Yeah.
I was wondering why he mentioned Australia, but
right.
Yeah. I mean, it's so close, I guess.
Yeah, trying to mess me up here.
Yeah.
Not
that hard to do.
No, it's really not, apparently. But yeah, looking forward to all these other shows too. So, RetroGameCon, I'm just looking forward to the New York. Maybe not so much the New York. I think it's in November or something.
Syracuse.
Well, I meant because of winter and stuff, and winters are pretty bad in New York. So I'm a little nervous about that. That part might not be great. But I've always wanted to go to New York. I've always wanted to go to California. It's there's these places that I'm getting to go to now that I didn't really have the reason to go to before, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, you said you went last year and you liked it, so. And the guys seem really cool. They were very, very kind to us. So.
Yeah, the people who put it on, they're awesome. So I went there last year because ABC News wanted to interview me for that Hulu episode I was in. Mm-hmm. So I didn't know
you say Fox News?
ABC News.
Oh, I thought you said Fox. My bad.
No. So I didn't know about the convention, and then I had a producer reach out and message me and said, "Hey, are you going to New York? We'd love to interview you." And I was like, "I can go now." Like I wasn't, but now I will be going. So then, the people who put it on, and then a couple other gaming vendors, they like recommended me as well. So they reached out and said, "Hey, you should really come out." So then, I went out there, and it was really cool because they have like a much smaller. I know we just went to Southern Fried, but it's like a much smaller arcade and pinball area, but like like still a good amount to like play the games. And then they have like a whole console and computer section that's all on free play. Like you sit down and you could play different games at each. Like they have like the TVs with the consoles. Then they have all these like vendors and stuff. And then they have like the cars, like you see like the DeLorean. And then Russ Lyman was there when I went, so he had his Mario Kart car. So that was pretty cool to see. Yeah, it was like a good time.
Nice.
So just a lot to do at each convention. Each one's getting bigger and bigger. Doing more things. I think it's great. There's always going to be like the favorites and things like that, but I think every year that you go,
is there always going to be the favorites?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm always going to have my favorites.
They're looking at you different now. Just kidding.
I like each convention I get to.
Yeah, she does. She does like them all. I like them all as well. I think, like I said, I think there's something cool about every one of them, and I think we really haven't had like any like direct terrible experiences or anything convention wise this year, right?
Like we still had fun, even at the one that we spent. Things were like really expensive.
Yeah,
but we still had fun there. Like there was still a lot to do. It's just
I know we had a blast at Korg's. Korg's is always great. Korg's is a ton of fun. So I can't wait for that next year. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, they all have something different to offer. It's great to explore, try different ones, see different areas, travel the world. Well,
I wouldn't say we're traveling the world yet, but maybe.
Yeah, you guys start small.
Catch us in New Zealand next year.
That is not a drive.
That is not drivable. Carl said,
"I will not drive that, and I will not."
I don't even think you can't drive. I was about to say you can't drive that. Oh goodness.
Oh my gosh! You didn't know they made a whole bridge, so there's like literally.
Yeah, Elon Musk made an underground.
Nope.
Isn't he trying to do something like that though to connect everything? Yeah, I think he is. Carl said, if I mentioned a pin from an animal from New Zealand, you probably wouldn't have heard of them, so thought would mention Australian animal. Isn't the animal for New Zealand an anteater? What?
Aardvark?
Isn't that an anteater? I think they're the same thing.
Spell it?
Aardvark. Aardvark.
Yeah.
Right?
2 A's, yeah.
I got it. I'm a little smart.
A little
bit. But that is the same thing as an anteater, correct? Aardvark, isn't that the same thing? Anteater and aardvark? Okay, I thought so. Yeah, what a weird, national animal.
Well, we just call it, we had to call it, something shorter because...
No, I mean, the actual animal. What? Yeah, you can.
We don't have anteaters or aardvarks here, sorry.
Oh, we were wrong. We both thought the same thing, too. I think he's messing with us. I'm typing in New Zealand national animal. I don't know why this relates to anything, but it does.
We're all getting a whole lesson here.
Yeah, I mean, I like to learn. The kiwi. The kiwi is a unique and curious bird. It cannot fly, has loose hair-like feathers, strong legs, and no tail. It kind of looks like an aardvark, though. It looks like an aardvark bird. Like a
cute little flightless bird. I remember reading about those. Yeah.
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 So that makes sense. The game Kiwi on Switch and PS4, that's what it is. I was wondering. I was like, is this like some made up sort of thing? It's funny. There's a game called Kiwi on it. Carl said, Knoppers. We don't have any either. Oh, I already read that. My bad. Emily Rose. I don't have my glasses on. I'm sorry. Emily Rose, hello. Hi, Emily. Pretty sure I may have went to school with you. Carl said, we have kiwis, a cute little flightless bird. Very cool.
Yeah, I said that too. That's okay.
Oh,
we're learning.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were reading Google.
No.
Because I like Googled it too. My bad. Yeah, this is. I gotta figure out this ring light and my glasses situation so I can start wearing them, but like doesn't work. I'm sorry, guys. I do look kind of cute in my glasses,
that is
but
right.
New
New Zealand story game from back in the day, you control little kiwi.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Yeah, that is cool. Very cool stuff. Look at this, guys. I have to show this. Whoever did this is a genius.
Oh man.
Google be on one today. That was pretty funny. Yeah. Anyway, we have got a little bit of news. Main thing we want to talk about was Turtles dropped yesterday, technically today. Some of the theaters showed last night and yesterday. We're super excited about that one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I know some people are already against it because, you know, like you have the originals. You don't want to think of anything different. That's your childhood. That's your nostalgia. But at the same time, you have to think of things as growing and moving forward. You want to get more people into the stuff. So, like, the kids nowadays, like, you think of, like, the new Spider-Man movie that they did in, like, a similar style. That was a hit. You know, it's bringing in a different audience. So, like, you want to do different art styles and you want to change up some of the characters slightly. And, you know, I think the whole message behind it is still the same. It's still, like, similar stories and things like that. It's just, you know, some of the characters might look a little bit different. Some might have braces and glasses and things like that. But it's more so, like, driving it in on, like, the kid aspect and, like, the teenage part. Not really, like, adults. Like, you're not going to have... I'm sorry, guys, we're getting older, but we're not going to have, like, 40, 50-year-old turtles.
Right.
They're walking around with, like, gray hair and, like...
Yeah, read the comic books if you want that. I mean, here's the thing, like, this is for kids. Like, this was created for kids, and we've kind of taken over that hobby. We got to remember that, man. This is about the kids. This is what this is for. And then, like, the other thing is, too, I don't know what the deal is specifically with... There's something with Transformers and Turtles where people get angry every time they change. Every time something shifted on them, like... I can remember for every Turtles entry and every Transformers entry, people just crap on it if it's not that exact style, you know, from the 80s. Like, you got to get over that. It's not for us. We're getting older. Like, that's not the target demographic. Like I said, like the comic books and some of the other mediums target, you know, for the older audience. And because that's like a format that the older audience is specifically getting and checking out. And, yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense. You know, I don't want the same thing every time for 40 years, you know what I mean? Like, we want to see it grow. I want to see something different. If I want to watch that, I've got that here on DVD. There's ways to watch that if you want to still watch that, you know. If they got to be able to grow and expand with it. So I think it makes sense. Change up the characters, do something different.
Yeah, I'm excited, and I feel like nothing's really, like, a waste of time, because even, like, bad movies, it's like, you still watch them, they're still entertaining your time, like, they're still taking up your time, so, like, anytime someone's like, oh, that was a waste, well, was it? Because, like, you still enjoyed that experience, but either way, you know, regardless of that topic, Turtles, they're getting great ratings, like, this movie is doing extremely well, so I feel like, you know, a lot of people out there are definitely supporting it, excited to see it. I think maybe it's like just a smaller grouping of people that don't like it. They're always going to like nitpick anything.
Let me ask you this.
Mario, you know?
We're both big Turtles fans. What do you think of Rise of the TMNT? What's your opinion on that? Curious.
What year was that?
That's the like semi-current one on TV. That's the newest one. The one where it's like a complete different style too.
Yeah, that one does have like a different style. It's like more like smoothed out.
It's different. It's weird,
different.
but it's different. What
I don't think I've seen enough of it. Like I know with the logo, I picture it because I see some of like the characters.
Yeah.
Like, because some of the new turtle, like the Nickelodeon style turtles.
Well, I mean, this is Nickelodeon too.
Yeah, but like
Nickelodeon
I guess like the ones. Trying to see if I have one that I can reference.
Oh, I was like, what's going on? Like somebody broke in our house. You're just like I'm like, what's going on?
Like that guy.
The 2011 Turtles, the big one?
Not a fan of those.
Oh, you don't like that series? Really?
I don't like the art style. Like they're too blocky or something.
Oh, you
like,
just devised everyone from the whole. Right? That's like everybody's second favorite Turtles ever. Really? You don't like that? The 2011 Turtles?
Is that what they are?
Yeah.
Let me do some Googling.
The Rise of the TMNT is the one that's still on TV now. That's the one that people hate. That's why I'm asking. People hate that. Think that's probably the least liked Turtles, even next to like Next Mutation. Like Next Mutation was that really pretty awful one that was live action.
Yeah, that one was like weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I like all of them. It's just compared, like that style compared to the originals. I'm always going to choose the originals.
Sure. Yeah. No, the reason I'm asking about this is I think that like that and Next Mutation might have been like the most divisive sort of Turtles in the series, and I can sort of more see the outrage, and I honestly I can't see the outrage for any of these because it's cartoons, but I can sort of see like where that kind of divided the fan base a little bit with the older peeps or whatever, because that one was like kind of like absurdly different, like overly like kind of.
I'm looking at some of the pictures and stuff now.
Yeah, it was like I don't know, and that was a whole series versus like a movie. So in 2003 we got the movie TMNT, the first like animated one that we had gotten, and first like movie since the previous movies, and it was like huge. I think that was monumental for me growing up. That was like massive. That was a big deal because we hadn't gotten anything else like Turtles in the theaters, like actually in a theater, and it was like a big deal. So the reason I'm referencing that is because I think for kids now that could be that experience for them, and at the time in 2003 the adult fans did not like that style. Now they love it. Now it's a loved movie in the series. People love that movie now. Say it's one of the best. So like, yeah, I bet over time like opinions are probably going to change. They're going to get over the fact that like things are a little different, like they always do, right? Like it always happens, it seems like. So it is what it is. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited, and my daughter has talked about it, so that's all that matters to me.
Yeah. No, I think it's great. I think it's going to bring more and more people together. Definitely want all that cool swag. They got like Target exclusives. Walmart stuff.
I did some reels today of stuff there. They had some cool stuff. Hold on, let me see a picture or two.
I got a bunch of the display boxes already.
What?
For
how? They already got rid of them?
Well, like the merchandising stuff. You know, like the plush stuff, and you grab the thing. The stuff was empty.
I got pictures.
Yeah, that's the only one that I saw at Walmart. They only have Leo, but they don't have the others.
Non-Turtles, but how about that? How about those new Mario plushies?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I think it's gonna be cool. Looks good to me. So. In other news, how about that Twisted Metal series that dropped? People are loving that one.
I'm looking forward to that. I heard good things about that too.
I've heard awesome things. Yeah.
Yeah. So I gotta catch up on that. So we got a lot of catching up to do.
How many episodes are out of that? I'm only aware of one. Is there more yet?
I only heard of one, but I don't know.
I have heard, and just basing off of I'll actually go back and look at it, but I have seen nothing but positive. I haven't seen one bad thing said about Twisted Metal yet, and I am actually overly shocked. And let me tell you why. I thought that trailer for it looked terrible. I thought that Sweet Tooth looked awful.
Like they wanted more. Like I felt like I wanted to see more when I watched it.
Yeah, and I kind of got that too, because I'm usually that way. But I thought Sweet Tooth looked awful in the trailer, so I'm super happy to hear. I'm going to read like a few things. We got Matter of Hack saying it's pretty solid. N Squared Podcast said loved it and watching it through a second time to show co-host of the podcast, best friend Josh and I catch some Easter eggs we might have missed in the first viewing. Mitchell saying can't wait for season 2. Matt saying I'm actually digging it. Nicholas, so far I've watched it 3 times and going on a 4th right now. We got Reed saying Mad Max vibes. John saying I need your account password please, LOL. So we got like a lot of people like super excited about it and saying it's great. So I've yet to hear one single negative thing about it. Apparently Thomas has already watched it and he said it was great as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I'm like super I think I'm more excited about that than I am Turtles just because we've never had an adaptation and we get tons of Turtles all the time. But yeah, I'm like really looking forward to this. And like, yeah, man, Last of Us was like amazing. I watched it like 8 times. Just kidding. Still haven't watched it, but
I watched it once.
I haven't watched it once yet.
No, but it was great. So I am excited for like the next batch that they're gonna release of that. So
yeah,
there's a lot to catch up on. I feel like if you're into all that stuff, gaming, cartoons, nostalgia, there's plenty of stuff coming out for all y'all. You know, so we'll just have to, see what's next.
Yeah, I'm super looking forward to that. So we've also got what else do we have?
Something about the Switch leak.
Yeah. So I guess I had to pull up the kind of reference just because I don't want to say something that's not 100% like accurate on what we know. But I do know that I saw it going and making the rounds everywhere that the Switch 2, whatever it's being called, is in developers' hands, and that this is what it was. It is confirmed apparently through an actual leak, like a real leak, that it is coming out mid 2024. So like there was like actual like document leaks. But here's what we know on it. So we've got the latest report known as Switch 2. It's basically saying what I just said. Ruled out releasing one anytime prior. It's not going to release before April 1st, 2024, apparently, according to the documents. But there's going to be like talking about like some of the games that are potentially on there. I'm trying to get to like what we actually know. I don't know. This article's not telling me a lot, but we do know that. So 2024 confirmed apparently to these documents that are straight from Nintendo, and then it might be called Switch 2, I guess. That's what the document referenced, and then it is in developers' hands. So it's probably been in their hands for a while if it's coming out like mid 2024. So I mean, I'm looking forward to that. You got any expectations on that one, or things you hope to see from it, or?
And maybe an F-Zero game. Day one.
Yeah, how we go a whole generation without an F-Zero? Jeez.
Yeah.
We kind of.
No, I mean, I'm just curious to see like what's different, if things are compatible. Like, I just want to know like what they're gonna do. Is it gonna be like completely different, same sort of thing, just a little bit better? Like, I just kind of want to know a little bit more before I make any judgment.
Probably gonna be worse, right? Just kidding. I just referenced see if there's anything else big that we need to hit. I do know that there was, and I actually got I don't know why, because I don't remember applying for it. I didn't know anything about this happening. There's a pretty big PlayStation 5 update. Actually, like a ton. It was like the thing was like I sent it to you guys like massive email on everything on it, but it's dropped through their beta program. So it'll be like rolling out here soon, like for everybody. I guess they do like a 4 to 6 week beta program. There's like a lot of stuff on that. So I did want to mention that. If you like are in the beta program, check it out. They email you a code to put into your PlayStation Store account, and then you're able to download it from there. I have not gotten to actually check it out. I put it in to download, but maybe one of these days I can get to that. But a lot of stuff on there. And then also wanted to reference that Pikmin 4 has gotten pretty good reviews, and that dropped last week as well. So
yeah.
Yeah.
A quick skim. I saw that something about a new Battlefield game was maybe mentioned. I don't think anything crazy. It's just like some hints to it or something that they're working on, and then maybe something with like a college football game. EA said something about that too. So I don't know all the specifics, but I know that maybe those are probably coming at some point. But I don't know all of the specifics. That's just what I saw as I was, checking some things.
Yeah, because they actually announced about NCAA coming back a while ago, but now they're like turned to be some there's some sort of hold up, like with Thomas was talking to me about the other day. I cannot remember, but there's a hold up on that for some legal reasons, and so like we haven't seen anything actually come from that. So that's kind of a big deal. If that's the case. Yeah,
it just says EA gives promising development update on its college football game. So it seems like it's coming along well. And then EA teases next Battlefield game.
Yeah, I also saw a logo leak for the new Call of Duty as well. I did see that the past couple of days. So Modern Warfare 3 is apparently the next one, and we just had Modern Warfare 2. They usually like do that alternating, like where the other companies alternate releases of Call of Duty. But I guess that's not the case, so looks like that's coming next. I still haven't played Modern Warfare 2. I never even opened it up. I haven't played Call of Duty in a long time.
You don't play the games, you don't watch the shows.
Hey, look, let me tell you something. There's other games more important than Call of Duty.
Well, apparently none of us are gamers anyway, because
we don't play NES.
One particular person in our chat,
not in the chat, but
not in the chat. I meant
YouTube.
on the comment chat on like 19 videos, and then my channel as well. Apparently said that we are not real gamers, because we are retro gamers, but we can't be considered retro gamers because we don't play the NES all the time, and because we play PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, newer consoles,
and they don't like Wii
of all of it. They don't like the Wii or the Wii U. Apparently, none of us are real gamers. We are only shelf collectors, and apparently that is the problem with the world.
Yeah,
so I'm just putting that out there, and I wanted to own up to it so that
we are so sorry. We are so sorry, my guy. Like I deeply apologize. I promise we will cover more NES real soon.
So we're about to be the Nintendo Entertainment System Junction. We're changing all of our branding and our name so that we can only play Nintendo games, and we can't put them on the shelf, and we can't put them on the floor either. So we have to think of something different so that they can all be stacked a certain way, and we have to play 98% of the time.
Well, let me ask you, what the heck? Because I did not even click on them to see what video they were, because none of it had anything to do with the videos, other than saying something about it on the floor.
Like 19 videos.
Oh my
God.
Like 19
videos.
I just pulled up the last two. Within the last 2 hours, let me reference that. You need to quit buying toys. Invite NES games. Oh God, NES games. Yeah, so like there's, I don't know what's going on, but they really like NES. I seen where you in the picture where you're trying to buy the video games so you can stick them back on your shelf.
Yeah, I only buy games to put them on the shelf. It's only my videos apparently, and on my channel as well. So
is it only?
Yeah, it's me. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
It's this video. What? Yeah, this is rude. I made a post about you hunting the Super Nintendo. How much of a difference? Like, it's 8 bits difference. You were literally holding Super Nintendo games.
I literally just bought Nintendo games in like one of my other videos. Remember, I bought Yoshi and Dr. Mario complete in the box. Complete.
Oh, my bad. So you can stick them back on your dusty old shelf. Old shelf.
So if I dust it and get a newer version of it, it's fine. But I need the old games. I can't get the newer games, but I need a newer shelf and older games. Got it.
Yeah. I see. I didn't even click on them to read all of them.
Yeah,
I
went down a little rabbit hole earlier, and I read all of them.
Yeah, now I've seen stuff.
Clear them from my queue. There was a lot.
Yeah, they were there. They were some of them were longer than I thought.
And then they were attacking my parents too. You know,
please, people, please, for the love of God, be respectful to people on YouTube. And everybody's people, though. It's okay to say stuff about video games, but please don't make fun of people. Like, that's not cool. Yeah. Seriously, it's really not. I'm sure that you will see this, but please just be respectful of people, and it's, you know, it's not nice. It's not nice for anybody. Nobody likes to hear that stuff. So please be respectful. It's funny about the games. The games are funny, but the other stuff's not so much, and nobody wants to hear that. So. But do we have anything on a lighter note to end the podcast with, or that we need to say with, like, news-wise? I know we said about the convention. We have, obviously, we're back to normal on the podcast this Sunday. We have on Frank Wood with Super RPG Friends, Premium Edition Game. He's got a lot of stuff going on. So we're going to have a ton to talk about with him. And we were on his show not too long ago.
Yeah, that was a fun time.
Yeah,
a little bit different because I'm not big into certain games since I don't play any games at all.
We were supposed to lift weights too, we didn't know.
Yeah,
they have like this whole like podcast gimmick, and I'm like lifting a Vectrex. I've never went back to like go look. I should probably do that.
My water, and then I was just drinking it, so it got lighter and lighter, and then by the end I was like lifting.
Dude, I was like jacked by the end of it, lifting that Vectrex. Yeah, I felt the blood pumping.
But it wasn't a Nintendo, so I mean, you didn't do a good job.
Yeah. If somebody knows, because I don't know, maybe they'll watch this and like give us an answer. But they're saying Millennial Collector said, "Dang, Raymer shelf collecting." Gamer Raymer, they're saying. I don't know if that like, means a thing.
Ahmer, they say Gamer Raymer.
Like Rayman is what I'm like. I don't know.
Like, what is that? Does anyone know what that means? Is that just like they're just playing on my name or something?
Yeah,
or
I keep wondering.
Like a legit thing? I'm just curious. If anyone knows, let us know. No, but on a positive note, we got tons of footage from all of these different video game conventions. Still sorting through a bunch, but we just were, ending up getting the final BossCon stuff. I'm going through some more. Why are you laughing? I'm going through
Carl. Some more. Carl said, "Brandi and Brandon, you had me fooled. You weren't real gamers. I am shocked." I didn't see that one. And Carl said, "Absolutely not on to do personal attacks. That is awful." Yeah, nobody do that, please. Then Locke also just hopped in here. What's up, Locke? How's it going?
Oh, howdy. No, we'll end on like a lighter note. So we're going through tons of footage. I'm still downloading some, from the drive. We're going to get tons more videos, coming your way on all of our experiences and different events and things that we have been going to. We just dropped the final BossCon footage. We'll have, I think it's just Southern Fried now, some gaming stores, some collab videos, the panel. There's a bunch of different things that we're going to be putting on the channel.
The panels, because we still have our panel from Final BossCon. I think we'll probably, I don't know, we got to talk, but I think we'll probably just drop those like as like a sort of extra video, like random day sort of thing. I think that like we'll do that with those, and then I'm not sure on everything else yet, but we do have tons coming. Like we got a lot going on, and we just finished up the rest from Final BossCon, like normal stuff. We still got some other stuff coming as well, and then the stuff from Southern Fried. We got a lot there. I know we got a collab video coming there. We've got like a normal overview, and so we got lots of shorts, tons of shorts. So.
Yep, and then same on my channel too. So I went to a couple different conventions. I think I estimated I have at least 8 or 9 videos that I have to like film ASAP.
Dang.
Between the conventions and the pickups and the stores and all of this.
8
so
or 9 videos?
I
like
have
with
to get
Siege?
to work too.
Like with Siege and...
Not just from that, but like my travel, the state one, South Carolina, the thing that's currently in transit to my house from Siege. I have a store in Tennessee. I have a store that's a local game store for all Super Nintendo pickups. Another display from a local store. Oh, the Super Nintendo stuff from Southern Fried. The other games that I bought at Impulse Buy at the very end.
Oh wait, where at?
It's Southern Fried. Remember at the very end that one table everything was like $10?
Was this when we were apparently like left? Because I don't remember.
No, we were all together. You were looking at Saturn controllers.
Oh yeah. Yep,
we bought box games that now apparently I'm collecting. So I'm going for a full set of that now.
Girl, what?
It just happened. It was a thing.
It's just like, oh, I'm doing a full set. The the F stuff? Or the SF?
The thing, I have a worldwide set of the consoles.
Oh, god dang
going
it.
for the worldwide set of games.
That's... now that is being a shelf collector. Now she is a shelf collector.
Yeah.
I was kidding. No, I don't know about all that. I'm not sure I would do that, but that's...
There's only 84 of them. There's only 84.
Only.
For the Japanese.
I would just go boxed with those because they're relatively cheap. Like, affordable with those ones, especially since they're Japanese, so... Yeah, that's cool.
It's not going to be like every week thing, but there's like tons of sports games and they're all cheap.
How about the DD games? You going for
I already have most of them.
The Japanese? Yeah?
I have most of them.
How about them, I feel like there's something else on there. Something else weird. There was, but I can't remember the name of it. Another company with the adapter has its own games.
Yeah.
Well, anyway. That shall be pretty interesting. What'd you call it?
The IQ?
No, not IQ. But, speaking of which, I got a pretty cool video of one of those sealed. The 64 one, and that is really cool. Like the actual, system, controller system. Yeah, that thing is... Our table is next to it, and I didn't see it till the very end. Like, yeah, I came and sat...
That was the first thing I saw.
Really? I saw at the very end, I'm like, hey guys, you mind if I get some video of this? Went up and picked it up and unsealed it.
I have like a video of me like zooming in, like...
Well, I held it in my hands.
That's the first thing I saw.
I don't pay attention.
Because you're not a real gamer.
I'm not a real gamer. I'm just an NES guy. Not a gamer.
Yeah.
Oh man, what is it with the NES?
Love it. I love it, guys.
You do. Carl said, woohoo, super looking forward to seeing all these videos. We got Locke saying, come up to the Northwest, we can go to PRGE. I do have that on the bucket list. There's 3 conventions, Siege, Portland, SoCal, that I really, really, really want to go to just to go and experience it. And then, we got Bucky's pickups coming soon.
There's plenty of videos, plenty of pickups,
full noodle,
different reviews,
and bathing suit and underwear from Bucky's.
I don't know about any of that.
I'm just kidding, but they do sell all that wild stuff. It's crazy. Bucky's is crazy.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, everything. Shoes, sandals, freaking...
Gotta get that branding.
Their pool noodle is $35. We get ours for $1 free. 35 pool noodles and one for $35. But anyway, we appreciate everybody coming to hang out. We got a lot coming up, lots of podcasts, all kinds of stuff. I feel like there's one other thing I did want to mention. Hold on.
Game On Expo coming soon.
Dang it, I'm trying to remember what's important. As soon as we end, I'm gonna forget or remember. I don't know. Anyway, it's been a long day. There was something important.
Yeah, we do appreciate everyone, and once again, we're always looking for sponsors and different people in the community that we can always work with. So we do have that. So if anyone ever is interested, we do have an email that you can reach us at, any of the socials as well.
I do remember, actually, Thomas has a review coming up of the new Double Dragon guiding game. So that'll be coming out here real soon. He's working on that as we speak. So, yeah, we appreciate everybody hanging out. Thank you so much. And we'll be back again with episode 4 in just a few weeks. And obviously, the main podcast is Sunday. We'll see y'all later. Have a great night.